Yeah, sup everybody? Got a new knife. You wanna see it? Microtech, setting the standard for precision cutlery. This Microtech, I have to laugh already, cost me $10.95. Yes, $10.95. I already opened that box, played around with it for about 5 minutes, and I was very motivated to make this video. So let's see what's in there. Yeah! Look at that. Look at it. This looks like the Microtech Select Fire. But look at the size. It's even smaller than my EDC from of today. The Sanrenmu 763, still going strong. It's smaller in blade size, I mean. Just a little bit. Handle is a little bit longer because it has this funky structural, architectural things, man. Look at it. That is gorgeous. Yeah. Okay, what I did was take off the pocket clip because it was right side tip down only, and this much is looking out. You can see it. This much is looking out, and that is not acceptable for a knife this size. I loosened up the pivot screw just a little bit. It's supposedly 440C or 3CR13 MOV. Doesn't say anything on the blade, but it says Microtech right there. You see it? Yeah. What else? 324. And I think that was the name on eBay. And this one came from a French eBay seller, but he shipped from Hong Kong, China. Okay, so I just loosened up the pivot screw a little bit. The screws are actually decent. The screws from the pocket clip didn't bust or anything. I could get those out very nice. Yeah, okay. But yeah, I already lost one screw, and that up there or down there, yeah, on the bottom. But with a screwdriver, you just tighten the other one, and that one's okay. So fit and finish. Actually, bear with me just a second. I have a list that I want to work off. Okay, have a list in the background of my computer right now. First, blade steel, 440C or 3CR13 MOV, nobody knows. Blade finish, it's coated, not satin finish or anything. Blade shape, reverse tanto, I would say. Maybe in the sheep's foot area, but I think it's more of a reverse tanto. The blade grind, it's a low grind, which I generally don't like as much, but this one cost me $10.95. It seems that on this side it's a little bit higher, just from the feel of it. It's hollow ground. Okay, blade centering. Yeah, you can't really see that, but blade centering is perfect. Blade centering is perfect. Yeah, because I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. The washers in there are 2 nylon washers, or maybe even 3. I think there are 2 on this side and 1 on this side. So blade centering is near perfect. Okay, jimping. It has jimping. Is it functional? yeah, it's better than nothing, but it's rounded and it's a little bit deep. The indentions are very deep, but it's deeper than this shoulder here. So it drops down a little bit. Thumb ramp, yes, that's a thumb ramp and a jump thumb ramp. Handle material, stainless steel, I would say. Not aluminum, it's a little bit heavier for aluminum. Yeah, handle texture. Yeah, I don't know if you can call that a texture, but it's skeletonized, as you can see. Yeah, the rest is smooth. Handle grip. Yeah, you can get a 4-finger grip on there. I have large hands. The space would definitely be there for a full hand grip, but you have this, yeah. It's a 4-finger grip for me, even like that. 4-finger grip. Let's say 4-finger grip. Locking mechanism. It's a liner lock. And the thing is, that was shocking to me at first. The liner is very thin and the blade is very thin as well. Very, very thin. But the lockup is tight. Super, super tight. The liner engages about perfectly. And because this metal part is so thin, it kind of needs to. If it would lock up early, that lock would fail in a heartbeat. But it doesn't. Okay, opening mechanism. Just a sec. Opening mechanism. Thumb studs. How are the thumb studs? A little bit pyramid shaped. Very nice. I like those thumb studs. Deployment. You just saw that. If you can, it took me about 5 or 6 deployments, and I just cut myself. Do I bleed? No, just a little bit of skin. Don't matter. If you grip it right, blade flies out. I have to be careful now. Just flies out, and the lockup is super, super tight. Really, no movement in either direction. The liners are skeletonized as well, and there is only one liner, and this is the locking liner. The other side doesn't have one, it's just the scale. The pivot screw is adjustable with a Torx. I think it's a T5. It's probably T5 or T6, I don't remember. From both sides, okay? And the hardware that is used. The hardware is decent. Those screws are very, very small, but they didn't bust on me. Jesus, fuck. Hardware is decent. One thing is, the one I already lost, but I think that's not the fault of the screw, but the threads inside. Pocket clip. Yes, it has a pocket clip. It was decent. It was very bendy and strong, but it wasn't positionable. Nope, not positionable. Just right side, tip down, and a lot stuck out. Really a lot. That much. That's really a lot. So do I have any points? Any more points? Lanyard hole. It doesn't have a lanyard hole. Nope. Oh. The weight I will annotate because I don't have a scale right now. Cut test. Let's do a little cutting. Everybody likes cutting. That was my fault. Jesus. That is not typical office paper. It's a little bit stronger. But the knife is sharp. The tip is very, very sharp. and the grind seems perfect to me. There is virtually no shoulder, so the secondary bevel has almost the same angle as the hollow grind itself. So that's very good, because every shoulder you have, the material gets wider and it's harder to cut. So very nice. For $10.95, I totally recommend this to you. This is a drop it in the pocket knife for me. When you deploy it correctly, the lockup is very, very good, very solid. If you open it slowly, the lockup is quite early, so you have to be careful. So I flick it, and by that force it locks really tight. Rock lock, I don't really think it's important with this knife. This is not a really hard use knife, just by design. Small EDC blade. I think it fits great in the hand. It fits great in the hand. Even this portion is a little short for my really large baseball glove hands, but it still fits. And I like this this curve down there, because I can rest my pinky down there if I want to, like so. So very nice knife. Again, size comparison to just what I have here on the table. Sanrenmu 763 again. Kershaw 3/4 ton. Well, it's about the same length, but the blade is considerably wider and longer on the Kershaw. What else do I have here? Spyderco Tenacious. Everybody has a Spyderco Tenacious. Okay, so it's on the small side. I think this would be a great knife, a great size knife for Gavko. I think that's the perfect size he likes for EDC. I can give you some specs if I find a ruler. Again, this wasn't really planned. Blade length is 2.5 inches. Okay, so and from the largest point on the handle is exactly 4 inches, and from that finger choil to the bottom right there you have 3 inches. So from there to there it's 4 inches, and from there to there it's 3 inches. I like that size. 2.5 inches for EDC. I think that's plenty. I can't think of a lot of things that require a blade length of more than 2.5 or 3 inches. I will carry this, and I can tell you I already love it. I really like it. Thickness. Where's the Tenacious? There it is. Let's close this sucker up. I don't know if you can see that, maybe on my bald head. It's quite thinner. Not by a lot, but quite. So, dropping the pocket knife, the weight I will annotate. And I like it. I really like it. The grip feels very natural to me. I think the original Microtech Select Fire is a lot larger and a lot more expensive. Yeah, a lot better materials used, definitely. So, Jesus. This is it again. Looks funky, and I regretted it almost immediately when I bought and paid it. $10.95, and I saw that and I thought, oh my god, this cheap Chinese crap knife, so much can go wrong with that. But I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. Really like it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.